Hello, I'm Firefly. Welcome back to the Glowbug Grove. This is episode 2 of Palia. This video is a bit longer than our first one, so please take your time and enjoy. We are going to meet Reth and Badru, and we need to return to our plot. We are going to be gifted gardening soil, and we need to place that. We need to till the soil, and then we will be gifted seeds and a watering can. We're going to plant the seeds and water our plants. Open your map and you're going to drop a waypoint at the inn. You might see Ashura's face there. We're going to begin to make our way there and you will see a little flag over someone's head, and that is Reth. He says, "Name's Reth, but you can call me Trouble." You're going to go through your conversation with Reth and he is going to agree to teach you how to cook. He says that he will meet you at your plot later. Friendly reminder that later in the game you will need to have a maxed out relationship with one of the characters, so make sure you're chatting with them to gain those relationship points. And gifting too. You could press triangle to figure out what they want and square to gift. There's always a few characters at the end, so now would be a good time to chat with a few of them. This is Zeki. He is one of the shop owners. Kenley is the mayor of Kilima. And this is Shane. I honestly don't know how you pronounce it, but he's like the spiritual guide of Kilima. Then we can open our map and we're going to head over to Leafhopper Hills where Badaru lives. And you'll see the little yellow flag over his head, and we're going to begin our chat with him. Badaru is quite the jokester, and he is actually Ani's father. He's the gardener. He's going to agree to teach you how to garden and that he will meet you at your plot in a little bit. Towards the end here, we're just chatting with him to get those relationship points, and then we are going to open up our map, going to press triangle for return to housing plot. When we return to our plot, Ani is there. We're going to chat with him and see what's going on. But he just wanted to bring a gift from his mom. How sweet. Ani is also the mail carrier for the town, and he asks if you like to get mail because you have your first delivery. Of course, we're going to run over to our mailbox and see what we got. Go ahead and open your mailbox and you'll see a letter from Einar, which he gifted you a little planner in a boot. And then Ani also gifted you a picnic blanket. To accept the gift, you are just going to scroll down and press X. And now Mr. Badaru is on our plot and we're going to chat with him to get this gardening going. He is going to gift us soil, which we will find in our inventory, and we're going to place that on the plot. And then also a hoe, which will be in your tool wheel. Once this conversation is done with Badru, we are going to find a place on our plot to put this soil. You might need to clean up a little bit. So here I'll pull out my axe. I'm going to clean up some of these trees and we can place the soil soon. As I was chopping down these trees here, I leveled up to level 2 for foraging, so I just wanted to show what that would look like. When you're ready to place your soil, you're going to move right onto the D-pad and X to place item. Then you can place it on your plot wherever you want as long as it's yellow. The quest updated and we now have to till the soil. You're going to pull out your hoe from the tool wheel and press R2 and hold it down, and you'll realize a little square will start to form. On each plot of soil, you can do 9 squares. So move around your soil plot and till until you have 9 squares. When you're all done tilling your soil, you're going to go and speak with Badru again, and he's going to gift you some seeds to plant. However, during this conversation, you are going to tell him that you found something, and a quest is going to pop up and it's going to tell you to go see Gina to discuss the item. What they are referring to is the ancient thing that I found in my first video when I first arrived to my plot. However, I believe some of us may find it when we are first tilling our soil. So I just wanted to point that out. You may find ancient thing in different parts of the game in the beginning, but you are going to find it before you speak with Badru on your plot to go to this next quest. Just a reminder that Palia is still in beta, so there are some quirks to the game as expected. Okay, a couple things happening here. We were gifted carrot and tomato seeds, a watering can, and we have our updated quests. but our storage is full. So let's go over to our storage chest and we can put some items in there. We are going to keep our tomato and carrot seeds in our backpack, and also we are going to keep the mushrooms in case we need to eat anything, but everything else is going to go in the storage chest. Now you will have more room in your backpack to collect items. We are going to go over and plant our seeds, so you can move right on the D-pad, press X to plant seed, and you are going to hover it over one of the squares, and when you're ready to plant, press X. You can plant all the seeds that were gifted to you. Gardening is a great way to make money early on in the game, so I highly recommend planting everything. This way you can sell what you grow. The little clear bars above the plant means that you need to water them. So we are going to pull out our watering can from our tool wheel and you fill it up in this little pond next to your plot. Go in there and press square and your character will bend down and fill up the watering can. Then you're going to go back to your soil plot and you hold down R2 over your plants and you'll see that the clear bar begins to fill up blue. That means your plant is fully watered. You're going to go ahead and water all your plants. And while you're watering your plants, you'll see that your quest was updated and a new side quest, Gardening 101, was accepted. Badru has left your plot and the Learning the Ropes quest updates to talk to Reth on your plot. So first we're going to meet Reth on our plot and he's going to gift us a campfire recipe. We'll need to go to our workbench to craft the campfire and place it on our plot. We'll talk to Reth again and he'll tell us to go forage some mountain morel mushrooms. I forgot to put this part on the list, but we will need to cook the mushrooms on the campfire, and then that quest will be completed, and a side quest for Cooking 101 will be to eat the mushrooms. I suggest to wait a little bit to eat the mushrooms when your focus bar, the purple bar, is low, but if you can eat them whenever to get the quest over with. Here we're going to do a quick chat with Reth where he gifts us the campfire recipe. When the conversation is over, our quest is going to update to place a campfire on our plot. So we are going to run over to our workbench and craft that. Press X to craft items and you'll see campfire at the top. Make sure you have everything you need and you are going to make the campfire. Once we have the campfire, we're going to place it on our plot. So press right on the D-pad to move over to the campfire and we are going to press X to place item. Find a place you want to put it and place it on your plot. Then we're going to return to Reth to talk to him. Reth is going to tell you to forage some mountain morel mushrooms, which you can actually find on your plot. When you're done talking to Reth, you can go over to the left side of your plot and you'll find mountain morel mushrooms. However, if you were maybe a little nosy and foraged them earlier, you can find them in Kilima Village. These are what the mushrooms look like and you need to find 3 of them. If you need to leave your plot to get mushrooms, you're going to head over to the Whispering Banks area on the map and you can find mushrooms there. When I first started playing Palia, they didn't have mushrooms on the plot, so I went to Whispering Banks, but I just wanted to show you, you can get them on your plot, which is so much easier. After you forage 3 mushrooms, you're going to head back to your plot or go to your campfire and you're going to cook your mushrooms. Just press X and you're going to pick the mushrooms. When you're done cooking your mushrooms, the quest is going to be completed. We have now learned the ropes, and a side quest of Cooking 101 is going to start, which is to eat the mushrooms. Now we have a new quest, Happy Home, Happy Life. We're going to talk to Kenley on our plot, and he's going to gift us a small room. We're going to clean up the plot where we want to place the room. We're going to place the room on the plot, and then Tish is going to visit us, and we're going to speak with her. So Kenley is going to visit the plot, and we're going to speak with him. He's so silly and he's gonna say our plot is small, rude, but then he tells us, oh, he came because he wants to give us a permit and we can build an extra small room actually. Then we want to ask Kenley, how do we make some money in the game? And he is going to gift us quartz, which is a stone that you get from mining, and he tells us we can sell that for some money to get us started. Kenley is going to explain the shipping bin. and that is where we sell our items. So we're going to head over there, press X to open, and this is where you can put items from your backpack or your storage chest to sell. So you can enter the courts here. It was a really good time to sell anything. And also, friendly reminder to check your mail because we often receive gifts. Now we get to pick where we want our new room to go. So you can hold down L3 to take a look at your whole plot and see if you want to put it on the left or the right side because the back is still locked. Then you're going to want to pull out your tools and clean up the plot so you have room for your room. To place your room, you're going to press L3 to open your entire plot and then square, which the items will pop up on the left. You'll see 7x7 small room. Press X to select and then X again to place the room when you find where you want to put it. Of course, we have to find materials to build our room. So we're going to run over to this construction sign and press X. This time we will need sapwood plank and stone brick. I will explain how we do this very soon, but we're going to head over and talk to Tish to finish this section. If you haven't met Tish yet, this is Tish. She runs the furniture store in town and also is the one who you'll go to for all things on making furniture. This is where things get a little complicated, so let's break down what we're actually going to be doing next. First, I want to say you will not have like a bird at the top of your list. I played and then set this video up so your gameplay would be the most successful. We have Gardening 101, which is going to take some time since our carrot and tomato have to grow. We have Cooking 101 if you haven't eaten your mushrooms already. Then we have Plank by Plank, which is where we need to get to level 2 foraging, talk to Ashera to get the basic sawmill recipe. This is important because we need the basic sawmill to turn our sapwood into sapwood planks for our new room. Then we have Furniture Making 101, which we need to visit the home tour board, which we will do later. Then we have Brick by Brick, which we need to get to mining level 2 in order to obtain the stone smelter so we can turn our brick into stone brick for our new room. If you open your inventory, you can bump over using R2. The fourth tab with the little star, that'll show you all your levels. So check if foraging is at 2 and if mining is at 2. If it's not, we can work on our plot or you can go into town as well. Here's the next steps. We're going to leave our plot and find Asher and Kilima Village to get that recipe for the basic sawmill. Then we're going to go to Mirror Pond to talk to Gina and begin the mysterious object quest. We're then going to do the ancient battery quest, which is at the Phoenix Shrine. We'll need to inspect some items at the shrine and fill up a watering bowl with water from our watering can. If you'd like to skip the quest with Gina and come back to it, that's totally fine. I suggest going to find Ashera and then going straight to find Hodari. Again, you need to go find him to get that stone smelter recipe to get that stone brick going. At around 20 minutes in this video, I do show a shortcut to get to Bahari Bay, which is where Hodari lives. However, sometimes he is in Kilima Village, so you might need to check both areas. Around 24 minutes in the video, we'll return home and you should have talked to Ashera then and Hodari and have your 2 recipes. If you need to do some mining, you can run straight once you come off your plot and turn left, and there's always some rocks over here that you can break up. This here is copper. We've only done stone so far, so the copper will have like a little bit of orange on it. You can always work here too if you need to get to level 2 mining before talking to Hodari. Also, here's an example of finding quartz when you break up a rock. Open your map and find Ashera so we can head over to him to get that recipe. The recipe is gonna cost 50 gold, so make sure again that you are selling some of your items that you find throughout the beginning of the gameplay.
How can I help?
Once you find Ashera, you're gonna begin talking to him and he will offer the recipe. Is Ashera's store and you can see all he has to offer. The recipe will be on the top and you will pick X to purchase. Friendly reminder to make sure you are chatting with the characters. You will need to pick someone to have a maxed out relationship with that will help you later in the game for a quest. All right, we're going to open our map again. You can either go home if you want to skip this part, or we can head over to Mirror Pond to talk to Gina. If you open your inventory again, you can bump over to the third tab, and that will be all our artifacts we find for our quests. Make sure you have ancient thing in your inventory there. When you find Gina, you're going to run up and start talking to her and tell her what you found. She's going to tell you, oh wow, that's an ancient flow battery. This was a power source that us ancient humans used to use. Gina wants you to keep the flow battery and try it behind a waterfall. So now the mysterious object quest is complete and a new quest was accepted, Ancient Battery. After I chat with Gina, I always chat with Hecla just to get some character relationship points. Now we're going to head over to the Phoenix Shrine, which is actually where we started the game. You'll see this little flag at the top, but to get there you have to go over this bridge. Once you go over the bridge, you're going to turn left and run straight down. Keep going straight and then you'll round a corner and see a door, and press X. This will update the quest so you can enter the ruins using the flow battery. Once you get in here, you're going to run straight ahead and you will see a watering bowl. You're going to run up and press X to inspect it. This will tell you it's a bowl with rust at the bottom and the inscription has been worn away by time. We're going to run behind the watering bowl and go up to this door and inspect this as well. Now we have a riddle to solve. Knowledge grows the mind even in times of strife. To enter here, you must supply that which grows life. What to do? We're going to run back over to this bowl and we're going to pull out our watering can and you're going to fill up the bowl until the clear bar is full. Okay, so our quest updates and Gina's here. She has a little yellow flag overhead, so let's talk to her. Gina is so excited that you were able to open the door and the quest updates, and you're now going to go into the ruins and see how far you can go. You're going to run up into the door around the statue and up this stone. Go down, and the quest is to see how far you can go. So you're going to run over to this ledge. There is no way to get across yet, and it says to return to Gina. So we're going to come over here. You can inspect this little statue if you want, and then we're going to return to Gina. When we return to Gina, we're going to chat with her and tell her what we find, that we can't get across yet. She then tells us to meet a character that we haven't met yet. Her name is going to be Najuma, and she is Hodari's daughter. Hodari is the one who is in charge of the mining. So we're going to meet his daughter, and she is going to create a glider for us so we can fly across to the other side of the chamber that we were just at, and that will be part of a later quest. So now this ancient battery quest is completed, and we accept a new quest, which is going to be like a bird, where we talk to Najuma about making us a glider. Now we are going to head home and begin crafting our basic sawmill. So now that we return home, we are going to craft our basic sawmill and place it on our plot. We need 60 sapwood plank for our new room. So we are going to make sure we have 60 sapwood and put it in the sawmill. Then we're going to go to the back of our plot and I'm going to show you how to get to Bahari Bay, which is where Hodari lives with his daughter. Najuma is usually always in Bahari Bay. However, Hodari likes to go to Kilima Village too, so we're going to check for him there, and if he's not there, we're going to go to Kilima Village. When you return to your plot, friendly reminder to always check your mail. A quest will come in from Zeki, the shop owner, telling you to upgrade your backpack too. When you go down to Gina's letter as well, it is going to accept a new quest named the Phoenix Shrine. And if your backpack storage is full, you can go over to your storage chest and throw everything in there. We're going to head over to our workbench and press X to craft items, and you'll see the basic sawmill at the top and what you need to create it. Make your basic sawmill, and then we're going to place it on our plot by going right on the D-pad, pressing X, and then X to place it. When you press X to craft planks, you will see one piece of sapwood creates one sapwood plank. So we need 60 sapwood to put in there. You may need to go around your plot and cut down some trees. All of that is sapwood. Please keep an eye on your focus bar. As you gain XP, your focus bar will go down. This is when I decided to eat my mushrooms to gain a little bit more focus. Now we're going to run to the back of our plot and up this dirt path, and that is going to lead us to Bahari Bay, where we're going to talk to Najuma. This is a little shortcut to Bahari Bay. Once you run all the way up and go through the gate, the game will take over and take you to Bahari Bay. This is Bahari Bay, a whole new land to explore. You can open your map and see all the areas you can visit. And we are going to find Najuma a little south of Pavel Mines. When we take that shortcut, we start near the outskirts and we have to go through a tunnel down by Ancient Aqueduct. I recommend marking Ancient Aqueduct first so you can just go straight there, go through the tunnel, and continue your way to Najuma. You can pull up your map again and mark her. It'll be a lot easier to find her now. Now we find Najuma with a little flag over her head, so let's talk to her. She is pretty shy, but you're going to introduce yourself and ask her to help you make a glider. Najuma agrees and tells you that she can help you. The Like a Bird quest will update and tell you what you need to bring back to Najuma for the glider. If you open your player menu as if you were going to your inventory, you can bump over using R1 to go to quests and you'll see Like a Bird. We need 5 sapwood and 3 Sernuk hide. You need to hunt for Sernuk, so we'll do that in a little bit. Open your map and check for Hodari. If he's not in Bahari Bay, you can head over here to go to Kilima Village. You're going to run up through this gate and the game will take over and bring you to Kilima Village. Friendly reminder, we do need to be mining level 2 before we talk to Hodari. Open your map and let's locate him. Perfect. Currently he's in town, so we're going to head over there and purchase that basic smelter recipe. As we run to town, you should see some Sernuk. These are deer and you're going to hunt them for your glider. Pull out your bow, R2 to aim, and release when you're ready. Then loop. A tip for hunting Sernuk, when you do hit them, you'll see the blue bar start to decrease. You can honestly chase them around until they're down. That blue bar doesn't refill back up. You will be able to get the hides and meat, which is good for cooking later. And also you get some uncommon items like antlers. When we get to the inn, we're going to find Hodari and talk to him. And he is going to let us buy the recipe for the basic smelter. It's 50 gold. Then we can return home again. So now we return home and we're going to craft the smelter and place it on our plot. We need 20 stone brick for our new room. It's going to be a waiting game for the sapwood plank to be done and the stone brick to be done. While we're waiting for that to be done, Kenley is going to come to our plot and we're going to talk to him, and he wants us to gift 5 villagers, and I'm going to help you through that. When we return home, we're going to go over to our work table and craft our basic smelter. Then we could place it on our plot, going right on the D-pad to press X to place item, and then again X to place. You're going to go to the smelter, X to craft bars, and fill with stone so we can get our brick. Again, if you don't have enough sapwood or stone, you can work around your plot and collect some. Please note that the brick by brick and plank by plank quests will update, and to complete those, you just have to collect your first materials from the sawmill and the smelter. So while we're waiting for all
I
that, here
lost
comes
my
this silly goose,
sandwich.
and
Again.
he asks, "Do you have anything for me?" He's looking for a gift.
Right.
Your character explains no one told him about that, and he says,
Oh.
"How strange. Here in Kilima, when you're new to the neighborhood, you go to the characters and you give small gifts." Then he tells you if you ever want to go to one of his dinner parties, you better start making your
Maybe I'll
rounds.
take a
So we're
little.
going to head out and do that soon, but friendly reminder to water your plants. We can't see the clock right now because I'm actively watering the plants. However, the clock is usually in the top right of the screen. Every morning at 6 a.m., you'll be able to water your plants again. Always check your mail when you get home because we be getting gifts. Now we're going to get ready to leave our plot because we want to be invited to that dinner party, right? We're going to head into town and gift Ani a butterfly, Bad Roo seeds that we're going to buy at Zeki's, Reth meat, Tish clay, I'll show you where to find that, and we're going to gift Saifu a meal that we're going to buy at the inn near Reth. When we talk to Reth at the inn, we can finish up that Cooking 101 quest. After we're done gifting our characters, we are going to return to Kenley at City Hall. While you are chatting with Reth, it is going to accept a new quest called Mix It Up. It's a quick quest, which is why I added it on here. So we're going to go over to the library, pick up a book, and return to Reth. The first person I am going to gift is Ani. Earlier, when we were chatting with Ani, he told me he wanted a common blue butterfly, and that was one of the first bugs we caught. When you're chatting with a character, on the left side, you'll see three little icons. On the top, that is their store. We can't access that yet. Middle icon, square, would be to gift. So we're going to press square, move over to the butterfly, and gift. If you don't know what a character wants, you can press the bottom icon, which was triangle, and they'll give you a little hint. The next person I'm going to gift is Badru the gardener. I'm going to bring him some seeds. So we're going to go over to Leafhopper Hill and give them to him. While we're gifting, you can chat with the characters if you want to get those relationship points, or you could just press square and gift and move on to the next person. When I gift Badru, again, I usually do seeds. Later in the game, you can also do fertilizer. If you haven't met his wife yet, she's usually on the property as well. Her name is Delela, and she's a sweetheart. Delela is in charge of ranching, which is part of one of the brand new updates. Their other son's name is Neo. He's really sweet. He's not in charge of anything. He's kind of just chilling right now. While we're here, I wanted to show you the green boards. These you can run up to them and press X. Once you start collecting some gold, you can use the boards around the map to kind of get to different areas. So here you would pay like 10 gold to get home, 25 gold to get to Bahari Bay, the central stables. And then you can see down here Kilima Village, but underneath it's the exact area you want to go in Kilima Village. If you open your map, you'll see little horseshoe icons around the map, and those are where the boards are located. The next character I wanted to gift was Tish. I wasn't really sure what to get her, so I asked her what she was kind of looking for. Again, if you look on the bottom left, you'll see three icons. The bottom one, which is triangle for PS5, is how to ask what they would like for a gift. She said she wants clay, so we're going to head over to Sherman's Lagoon and I'm going to show you what clay looks like. You're going to use your pick like you would a rock and you're going to break up the clay that way. Just keep running straight down till you can't go anymore and you're by the water. And you're going to kind of run to the right once you get there. This is going to be south of the mayor's estate along the beach. You'll see these clay rocks. I don't know what to call them, but you're going to use your pick to break them up and then loot. When you're done with that, we can head back to Tish and gift her the clay. You're going to run up to Tish, press square, give her the clay, and she is our third person we gifted so far. So we need two more people to finish the quest. The next character that we're going to gift is Reth. We are also going to be able to finish that Cooking 101 quest because we can tell him that we finished with the mushrooms. Then our Cooking 101 quest is going to be completed. If you chat with Reth, you may accept a quest from him called Mix It Up. In a couple minutes, I'm going to show you how to do that. But if you don't, you can always come back to this, or you can skip it if you don't feel like doing it right now either. We're going to go to the cash register at the inn and buy a meal for Saifu. We're going to gift that to her, and she is our fifth person, and we are done that, and we can return to Kenley at the City Hall. You're going to run up to the left, these stairs, turn right, and he's sitting in here in his room. We get to tell him we gifted all our new friends, and then the happy housewarming quest is also over. Yay! Moving on up. There are two registers here, and these registers are where you can buy recipes as you level up. Down in City Hall, though, you can also buy what's called a writ, and that is what unlocks your squares on your plot. I'm going to buy a bunch of these so I can show you how to unlock them on your plot, but please, you don't have to do this right now. I want you to save all of your renown until we can go commune at the Phoenix Shrine. The first character I just spoke with was Kenyatta. We still had to meet her, and this here is Esh. Esh is married to Kenley, and then Kenyatta is their daughter. So real quick, I just wanted to show you that Mix It Up quest. This will take like 2 minutes, but you can come back to it later if you want. We have to go to the library and speak with Clary. So Reth sent you over here to get a book for him because he's a little rebellious and he was banned from taking out any more books. She agrees, and you can go pick up a book for him. I wanted to show you the register real quick, but over here are the two books. You just pick one up, whichever one you want to bring, and then bring it back to him. Before we return home, we're going to give Rhett the cookbook, and then we can open up our map. And I wanted to show you here, it's not going to let me press triangle to return home. In the top right corner, you'll see I have to wait like 20 seconds. And while we're waiting, I'm going to run over and introduce you to Gel. I think we almost met all the characters, but this is Gel and he runs the fabric store. Remember when you get home to go to the shipping bin and put anything in there that you want to sell. It's always good to have some gold, and also put everything in your storage chest that you don't want in your backpack. Ruth is going to stop by to thank you for the gift by giving you wallpaper. But real quick, I wanted to show you how to unlock your plot. So all of these squares around your house, you can unlock them with writs from City Hall. At the top right corner, it will show you how many writs you have, and all you have to do is hover over where you want to unlock, press X, and then it will confirm. So I had 8 writs. I went ahead and I unlocked 8 squares. I suggest waiting to do this until you really understand the game. You can spend renown at the Phoenix Shrine to increase how much XP you have when you are working on one of your levels. Those are both important. Having fun on your plot is definitely important, but then also leveling up is important too. The more you level up, the deeper you're able to get in the game. So definitely focus on leveling up so you can purchase new recipes. But here I am trying to put in my new wallpaper. You just have to press right on your D-pad and X to place and pick which wall you want to put it on. And I had this flooring here too I wanted to show you. And so now everybody's gonna come that we gifted, and guess what everyone's gonna give you? Wallpaper. Look at them all. I think it's great because then you have a lot to choose from. So you can go back in your house and you can pick which one you actually want, put the rest in your storage chest. So now we need to check our sawmill and smelter, and when you take the items out of there, it is going to finish those two quests for you, the plank by plank and brick by brick, and that is just for creating those items. You can go over to your construction sign and fill in the rest of the items, and then you can wait for your house to upgrade. Ashura is going to return to our plot and we're going to chat with him, and then the Happy Home, Happy Life quest is going to be all completed. And it gives us some more wallpaper or paneling and floor though. Ooh, okay. The last quest we're going to do before we end is Gardening 101. We need to check our garden to see if our carrots and tomatoes are done. Here you can see harvest for your carrots, and then we need to wait a little bit longer for our tomatoes so we can water them. When those are all done, you can harvest them, and then we need to return to Bad Brew. When we return to Badru, the Gardening 101 quest will be complete, and he is going to gift us some seeds and we get some renown as well. In our next video, we're going to do Furniture Making 101, where we're going to visit the home tour board and visit Tish's plot to get some ideas. We're also going to do Zeki's expanded backpack, which we will need 500 gold for, but that is just expanding our backpack so we can pick up more loot when we're out and about. We are going to finish like a bird so we can glide around. And we are also going to return to Gina with our glider. Before we say goodbye, I am going to check the mail. We are going to be getting some gifts and some recipes from Reth, so keep an eye out for those. Also, in Gina's letter, she is going to send back the ancient thing, so keep an eye out for that because we are going to be needing that for a quest soon. I know that was a lot. I will be teaching soon how we can slow down the game, but I think we covered a lot of important things. Thank you for watching. I hope you found the video helpful.